God's saying today, a clear message today to slow down and turn to your own garden, your own wounding, and your own insecurities. You have someone hurt. They already adore you. They do believe you are their other half. And they feel incomplete without you, but the constant need for heavy conversations puts things at uneasy. This needs for control or constant clarification is making things stagnant, and it increased doubt in your person's mind. When they are pushed, they say things, and they later regret. They'd later feel guilty for hurting you. You both miss each other deeply when that tension creates a little difference, and then once you reconnect that topic of deeper conversation is even harder to have. Honor your self-worth by asking for what you want once and then leave without the anguish. Stop tormenting you and them. If something does not serve you, then tend to your own path till they can match your energy. This person is storm between loving you and not being ready internally. Tend you and let the universe tend to the connection. Remember, divine timing is not just your timing. The timing must be right for both. Keep conversation slight for now is spritz masses today. They are in this with you, mutual, hurts connected. And it is about feeling, learning, and growing. Stat will cement this will come at a later date, and you will hear everything you have ever wanted to hear. Right now, you will be listening to their wounds, and this would dishearten you further. God's saying today, this person's start party has betrayed them, and the message of showing that this third party was a very immature fire sign who has now done something so big and has betrayed that trust of your person that this person has lost all the passion, and in that relationship they could be spending time outside with friends or in work and trying to distract themselves from this relationship. This person is heavily regretting and crying over what has happened between both of you, and I see extreme anxiety on this person's mind. This person knows what they have done with you, so they are scared of sending you a message, and they are constantly thinking, should they send you a message or not, because they do not know how you are going to receive and react. They are really scared of your reaction, and this person is stressed right now, and it shows that they are planning to take a break from the current situation, or they have already taken it. Their feelings for you are that they want to bring a long-term commitment to you, but they note at the way they have treated you has created a lot of bad karma for them. They are now scared of how it will play out for them. This person is wanting to come to you, but is not very good at expressing the deep emotions, is fearful of losing control and their independence, so they act cold. Being open, vulnerable, honest is the old way for them to return, and they have never been honest and open because they have big ego. This is their lesson to learn, be stuck in where are they are, choose courage. God saying today, divine feminine, you may be noticing you are not finding comfort externally for answers, in seeking validation from others about your connection. You're feeling your own intuition is telling you the answers now. You may be more connected to your own spiritual team, and this is allowing you to feel more relaxed and supported within. There may be a deeper connection to you emotions and how they show up physically in the body. There is a growing sense of security and understanding of yourself now. Divine masculine, you are doing a lot of work around your mother wounds, starting to heal some abundant issues and seeing how you have been alone most of your life. And you have been putting up false and a harsh exterior. We just see you for who you are, and you are starting to move into your emotions more and feeling the ability to be more vulnerable to your divine family, and letting them in and trusting in the connection. And the divine wants both energies to thank you. You are in between spaces, more is about to be revealed, and the universe is now serving a bunch of synchronicities to help you find your way. A bunch of experiences to see more clearly too, and the eclipse portal has its own unique magic surrendered to it, and you are being surprised. Angel says, things are going to just to fall into place and click. In fact, over time, even years sometimes, you have made choices called in energy for this to happen. Past, present, and future collide, bringing you at a higher level. Your breakthrough is imminent. For everyone that thinks you are too emotional, there will always be someone who wishes they were as sensitive as you. For everyone that thinks you are too vulnerable, there will always be someone who adores you for your honesty. For everyone that thinks that you speak too much, there will always be someone who wishes they were as confident as you. For everyone that thinks you take too much time to do things, there will always be someone that adores your attention to detail. For everyone that leaves you saying that wish you were a different person, and there will always be someone who loves you for who you are. God says, no matter how many times you fall or stay away from God, so get back up and keep pushing Him. Nothing you do could ever remove or separate you from His love. You are not too far gone. Your mistake is not too great for God to cover by His blood. Turn away from whatever wrongdoing or sin, repent. Receive His forgiveness. Extend grace to yourself, forgive yourself, and continue walking. Type yes if you believe. Dear God, Lord our God, we thank you with all our hearts that Jesus Christ still lives today, and that we may believe in Him and call upon Him as our Savior. We thank you for Him who sees to the depths of our human misery and calls right into the midst of it. Do not be afraid. I am with you. I live. I am your helper. No matter how insignificant you are, fear not, for I, Jesus Christ, shine into all the darkness, even into the darkness of sin and death, into all the judgment that has fallen or is still to come upon everyone on earth. Praise to your name, Lord or God. You are great and almighty and beyond our understanding. But you have sent us the Savior whom we can understand, and we rejoice that we may have community with Him in your presence. Father God, I know that there are events that will occur in life that will tempt me to give up on the dream you put in my heart. So right now I ask you to fill me with the courage I need to refuse to let go of my dreams. Even though my mind and circumstances around me may send signals that the dream will never come to pass, I know that you are faithful to what you have promised. Help me to wrap my arms of faith around your promises and never let go until I see them come into manifestation. In Jesus' almighty name, I pray, Amen. The next time you start feeling like you're falling behind, I want you to remember how far you have come. Want you to think about how this time 1 year ago, you had a dream you didn't deem worth pursuing because you didn't think it would ever come true. And now I want you to think about how today you can see the ways in which you turned that faraway hope into a reality. Whether it was the book you always wanted to write, the child you always yearned to have, the paycheck you always thought you weren't deserving of. Maybe it was to find someone to fall in love with. Maybe it was to find the courage to leave someone so you could fall in love with yourself again. Perhaps it was simply being brave enough to get out of bed and face the day. Whatever great aspiration you so deeply desired, you did it. That was all you. I hope that you are proud. Most of us fail in our efforts to be like Jesus, not because we don't try, but because we aren't willing to do the work of emotional healing. We don't want to feel our hurts. We don't want to remember painful memories, so we deny them. But when we hide our weaknesses and repress our emotions, it brings us pain and problems. The more we do this, the worse it gets, and the more power it has to defeat our good intentions. Instead of showing love to our neighbor, our repressed emotions might leak out in moodiness, passive aggression, or apathy. Instead of blessing the one who criticizes us, we might spew words of anger, judgment, and self-defense back at them or to another person behind their back. While studying our Bible and serving God are important, they won't enable us to effectively show love to the people around us. If we don't also bring our hurts and weakness into the light of God's presence, as the prophet Jeremiah pointed out, you can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. Jer 6:14-12. But if we rely on Jesus to help us accept our emotional pain, we can begin to experience healing. It's from this place of deeper emotional and spiritual wholeness that we'll discover new vitality, peace, creativity, and capacity to love God and others. So where can we start? There are many ways we can become aware of our pain and deficits and bring them to Christ for mercy, redemption, and integration into our personality. Here are some ideas to get you started. There are days when we wish to be left alone, but also wish that someone pesters us enough. There are days when we feel like not having anything to eat, but also wish that someone offers us a bite. There are cold days when we don't feel like wearing a sweater, but also wish that someone forces us to wear one. We may have days where we feel like going invisible, but all we ever want in life is to be seen. Getting into 1 Samuel 18, when David and Jonathan met, their friendship is so sweet from the beginning. No matter what their differences are, they both have God in common, and that's enough. I think we could all take a note from that. Conflict within the big church with other believers should be rooted in our love for the Lord. If we have that in common and we are all submitting to Christ, we can ensure that He is with us. Think it would save a lot of time in disputes, gossip, and drama. We don't want those to be markers of our friendships. As Christians, we are called to higher standards of how we deal with people and trails that come with relationships with others. Grow through the conflict to become closer. Bring conflicts straight to the person. Avoid speaking about someone who isn't present. Ephesians 4:29, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Let conflict refine your friendship and bring about an even stronger relationship. Good friends aren't just made, they're forged. Through trials, through bumpy seasons, and hard conversations. Iron is sharpening iron, like Proverbs 27:17 says. So many lessons in David and Jonathan's friendship as a whole. But right off the bat, this stands out so much. Conflicts and disagreements are going to happen. But how we handle them shows a lot about who we serve. When we serve the same God and our goal is love Him, love others, and bring Him glory in all we say and do, let that be true of you and your friendship. Numbers 16:28-34, and Moses said, hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of mine own mind. If these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord hath not sent me. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth, and swallow them up, with all that appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord. And it came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them, and the earth opened her mouth, and swallowed them up, and their houses. Type 11:11 if you agree. God says, tears are one of the ways we allow ourselves to release. These tears can be tears of sadness, grief, frustration, or stress. But they can also be happy tears, such as relief or intense joy. We should never feel we need to hide our emotions. It doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman. It's important to acknowledge your feelings and make sure you deal with them in a healthy way. Tears do not make you weak. They show you care. They can show love. If you are releasing tears that are not of the happy kind, then having a good cry can heal a lot just in itself, but if that didn't sort things out, don't feel afraid to confide in someone else, whether this be a friend, family, a counselor, or therapist. Those who truly care will always want to help you, even if that is just to provide a shoulder to cry on that you need. They will not turn you away should you ask for help. Not everyone recognizes when someone needs help. Some have become very good at hiding their emotions as that's what was taught to them, so don't just wait for someone to notice. Say something just in case you have been good at hiding your emotions too. It's important to know you are not alone on this journey. Your guides and angels are with you always, and as well as giving you support, they will also direct you to anything you need. Know that any sad times will pass and better times will come. And if your tears are happy tears, then enjoy whatever has brought those happy tears to your eyes. Appreciate the moment you are in and make sure you are fully present to enjoy it. Don't forget to give thanks to the universe for whatever has brought this moment to you. The universe knew it was important to you and helped to bring everything together and is glad that it's brought you happiness. We have a new moon in Aries and a solar eclipse now. Is a good time to set out your positive intentions and goals to manifest your dreams. When you choose a new path, it requires letting go of previous energies. When you are struggling with a situation and it seems that things just don't seem to be getting better, it gets more difficult when you're holding on to something internal that you may not realize. Many times you are carrying something that is creating stress and negativity in your situation. Seeing the truth of the situation and going on a new path will help you finding your true happiness. Being totally honest with yourself takes a lot of courage and strength. It's part of your spiritual growth. This is when you are able to open yourself to your higher self and welcome in new opportunities and beginnings in every aspect of your life. Letting go and surrendering is humbling yourself and allowing God to take over to direct your path for your highest good. Having the trust, faith, and believing in yourself that things are going to get better if you just release those old past wounds and unwanted patterns. God saying, someone is breaking down for you. This person is finally ready to dissolve all doubts they have over you and let their desire for you take the lead. This person really wants to merge with you on a soul level. This person has really been working on balancing themselves and creating equilibrium in their life since being apart from you. This person has reached a certain level in their finances, stability, independence, and spiritual growth where they are finally ready to make things more solid with you. This person has been missing you like crazy, and they desire to lose themselves in you and fully surrender to their feelings and this connection. Pay close attention to how this person acts and speaks with you. Try to let this person in without sacrificing your boundaries or putting up barriers. Someone has a lot of inner work to do. Their own self-sabotaging behavior and negative thinking/beliefs could be holding them back. This person was not honest to you in the past, and they brought in a lot of negative energy into your life. They played games to just grab your attention, but guess what? You caught this person's lying energy and took a step back. For some, you might have even been rude or taught them a lesson for what they did to you. This has made your person feeling even worse. They have become unstable as they don't know how to deal with this situation. For now, they are waiting and watching for your next action, but things seem to stand still. Nothing will change as they need to come out of this negative thought pattern and take control of their life. For some, their family could be holding them back. They could have been stuck in a toxic family situation for a long time that has impacted their mental health. They can't see a way out right now. You, on your part, cannot do much to change the present situation. You have drawn boundaries with them, and that's enough for them to know that it's high time they should come out of their shadow and step into light. Your person coming up as an immature person who does not know how to deal with their own feelings, and they expect their partner to. Do this for them so that they can feel happy or secure. There is no blame to this person because maybe this person has dealt with lot in the teenage or childhood or even in past life, but they need to get into all their painful, messy past feeling and reactions and triggers and need to heal. This person could be someone who always seeks thrill and new adventure. They want people who excite them, but after the initial spark is gone, they are back to their unhealed self. In such situation, they blame you to not making them happy or being boring, and start seeking thrill again. We all know no amount of thrill lasts long. At the end, we are in pajamas, living like our true self, no makeup on, and this how everyone else is. You cannot perform all your life. This person was very immature in dealing with emotions blunt, saying painful things when you didn't make them excited. This person has to work on this. You, on the other hand, is someone who loved this person so much so that you absorbed the negative energy from them while you were with them. We humans are energy beings, and when we meet people, our energy fields match, and we pick something which is not ours to deal with. You had taken so much Yao vibe energy from them that you feel regret and self. And most importantly, you feel depleted. The advice for you is to understand we can never fully avoid Yao level vibes around us, so stop blaming yourself. You now work on getting back to high vibe by physically moving your body, eating natural diet, and reading or doing something creative. You had love, so you were able to give to this person, so please stop self-blame. There is big need from both ends to forgive each other and let go of past. You both are having deep wounds given by your parents, and your romantic relationship mirrors. It's so you heal, you need to let go of the pain your parents caused. A new you is coming alive. If you are ready to truly let go of what's outgrown and surrender, trusting that your needs will be met in unexpected ways, you are on the right track. A lot is changing. The ways you had developed to protect yourself from the fear of losing control are collapsing. Somewhere it is true you have lost control. The calling for more joy, more alignment, more life has won over keeping it safe. This unknown will bring what your soul desired. What you release will come back in a higher form. Only by honoring yourself fully you can ascend to that degree. We are going to places we had never been to before. Deep transformation and rebirth await. Your next timeline is on approach. I see someone blindly working towards a situation. The direction seems unclear, but still I see that you have been working. I see some sort of a hope attached to a situation, like a weight of sorts. I also see that you don't know why you're waiting. You have a sort of a hope that one day things in this situation would become better. I do see that things can become stable, but not exactly the way you have wanted it to be. You will still find yourself confused and unsure about what to do in this situation. The reason why the confusion exists is because this situation, how much ever it grows, even to its max potential, it will not make you happy. At the back of your mind you know this, but you are still sticking around. I see this situation to be karmic in your life. It has a lesson for you, which will make you a better person. You can consider this to be a learning in your life. After this, a lot of things in your life will get sorted. I sometimes feel that my cards show me a puzzle which I have to decode. Once you figure this situation out, I see you changing certain things in your life and releasing some burdensome situations of your life. Trust the process and your instincts. This process is teaching you a lot of things. God's saying today, you know the relationship isn't working when it doesn't matter how much effort you put into loving them. They always want more. They always have complaints about something you've done wrong or something extra you could have given them. They are never happy, even though you're tearing yourself apart to please them. And this is not the way it should be in a strong, equal partnership. You shouldn't be tricked into believing you're unlovable. You shouldn't be pushing yourself to exhaustion trying to please them. Remember, you deserve a relationship where you're appreciated, where your effort is reciprocated, where you never feel like your love is going to waste. There's a beautiful reason why things are happening the way they are at the moment. When I was going through my first dark night of the soul, I remember reading, "Beautiful beginnings come from painful endings," and it really is true. Something may be ending in your life, but this is only so that you can turn the page to the next chapter. Whether you're moving job, home, or going through a relationship change, or perhaps you're just going through some kind of personal change, it's all going to work out for your highest good. It seems something was no longer balanced, and you're being protected by this divine change. This is the time to let go of everything and just flow with the changes. I promise you it will all be okay in the end. If it isn't okay then, it isn't the end. Look for the signs around you, because Spirit is sending you feathers, coins, and little tokens of love. You're missing a loved one today, then take a moment to just feel their love around you and remember they're still here with you, just in a different way. It's choice for you, my dear viewers. This opportunity is there, but do you want this in your life? That's a decision that you need to make. This person has something to offer to you. They are stable about what they think, but there are pros and cons here. I see there is another situation parallelly running in their life, and that is not changing. I see that this situation is a problem for you. This person does have love and respect for you, but they can't help what has been going on with them or about the other situation. On the other hand, I see your wounds and traumas extremely triggered in this situation. Maybe you have seen something similar happen in front of you as a child, and it's attractive and scary at the same time. This person feels a deep pull towards you, and they too are unaware about why does it exist. It's quite genuine from their side, which basically tells you that there is no reason to hate them. Understand your triggers, and in this story, it's more about you than this person. What is this situation triggering in you? And why are you feeling this? A very deep-rooted insecurity or fear is being dug out through this situation. Think. Gifts and rewards, and being offered for healing your genetics, ancestry, children, and the future generations. Life is being flipped upside down into a new direction, putting you of the path of your destiny. This will be felt first through the heart chakra, with emotional expansion leading to creative self-expression. You are guided to use your creative drive and life force towards this brand new life and new you. During this eclipse season, we are experiencing these dynamic changes complete through the entire system of all 5 bodies. We are on the precipice of a new society with the new human race. Until this fully births, take this time to complete healing and releasing the stored emotions in preparation to receive unconditional love through your new heart and new spirit. Rest into this and be carried forward into this beautiful, rare opportunity that is in front of us. Allow the healings to complete while the upgrades continue. A lot of you have been very much focused build your wealth, and there is nothing wrong with that. The 10 of Pentacles suggest that you can have them all not only because you're creative, but because you are meant to be successful in this lifetime. This is something that has been written on the stars. You're trying to create something that will last long in your career for the future to complete your life. But then you are slowly realizing money isn't everything. It is something, but it isn't everything. Some of you have been trying to deny your own from love/heart/emotions/any kind of feelings because you wanted to focus on your wealth. These 2 cards are speaking. You can try as much as you like, but you knew in your heart what you need to do. So do it. It'll bring you wholeness in heart, head, and life without feeling empty. Detached with love to see things more clear. You might made a mistake in the past, but this is not late to fix them all, but you need to see the truth from your heart, not head. These 2 cards also speaking about the relationship/connection you have with. Your person in your mind is a relationship that able to bring everything to the table. You and this person will reach milestone. This also suggests about family is important for you, or both of you are traditional person. No need to worry, both the family are very much approving this connection. There is a solar eclipse along with a new moon in Aries. This an ideal time for decluttering and surrendering negativity. Allow God to take over. He will help get through these challenges. By guiding your path, you will feel more secure and be able to release all the fear and doubt that you have been holding on to. You know that this message is being sent to you have the power. Start focusing on you. Release and let go of what no longer serves you. This is the best time to plant seeds of positivity and open your heart to what? Your inner truth is telling you try with small things first. You'll find out how healing it is for yourself. Then you'll be ready to let go of bigger things. This means releasing fear-based energies and the stress created by needing to control things, wanting to determine the outcomes of situations, or expecting others to act in a particular way. Remember, you are in control. The power lives inside you. There is a simple grace and beauty that unfolds when you truly let go. God is everywhere. Simply open your heart and release and surrender. God saying today, Divine Feminine, you may be purging now through your physical body, from holding onto emotions or pushing them down. You may be having skin rashes, itchy scalp, eye issues, headaches and back pain. The energy is moving through your physical body now. It is traveling up towards your crown chakra. You may intuitively already sense this. Keep yourself well rested and remember to listen to your intuition on what your body needs. During this time, you may find yourself emotionally very stable and able to connect with your heart more than before. There may be a feeling of calm even though nothing has changed in your life. The divine is supporting you through this shift. Divine Masculine, you may be having headaches and feeling extremely tired. You may be resisting rest even though you have asked for it. The downtime can feel like you're not being productive. You may feel as though you are needing to do more when really it's time to do less. The divine wants you to be in the now. Do not try to distract yourself by doing. Things will shift and you will understand this downtime. Your beliefs about love and relationships are impacting your connection right now. This is the answer to any issues you've been having. Understand that the world is full of negative stories about love and relationships. From the doomed romance of Romeo and Juliet to soap operas full of drama and infidelity, human culture overwhelmingly tells stories of drama and trauma around love. Examine what limiting perceptions you may have taken on from the media and people around you, and realize that your life doesn't have to be that way. When someone aligns with negative stories, they unfortunately attract this in their interactions with others, especially between the twin flames, as the connection is so intense on a spiritual level. The eternal truth is you truly can experience mutual, blissful love. Work to release any belief systems that tell you otherwise. Write out any negative beliefs about love on a piece of paper. Next, write out new and positive, healthy statements about love and relationships. Now, tear up or burn the list of negatives. This signals to your system that you are releasing the old and inviting in new positivity. Where are you in your twin flame journey? Have you released the idea of separation and embraced oneness with the divine? Do you still feel suffering and pain that comes from believing we are separate with our twin flame and source? Remember, our longing for our twin flame is ultimately our need to feel connected to our Creator, as twin flame love manifests from this very energy. Chosen individuals were provided this connection on this plane, and we are very lucky to have experienced this. It is a truly blessed gift. We have the opportunity to feel a piece of heaven that our souls are yearning. For while on this plane, We came from a place so wonderful words cannot describe, and we are brought to this world to wake up, to heal ourselves and all of humanity by our very being. We can now experience this heaven again all the time, no matter what is going on outside of us. We do not have to do anything. Just by meeting our twin flame is the catalyst to ours and others' awakening. Everyone has their own journey to go through, and it is not our decision to choose for someone else how fast/slow they must wake up. Our job is to shift the focus onto ourselves, find self-love by accepting ourselves and not comparing our journey to others. Understanding we are on a different path that requires us to not fit in. Few are to light a path for others. If our lives followed the typical experience, we would not be able to do the jobs that are needed for us. We chose this. Our highest selves knew we could do it, and we knew our twin flames could do it. Remembering is the key. This is not done so by outer knowledge, however, the knowledge, wisdom, within. We were given many tools within us, and it is in our control to choose to unlock them. This will release our suffering and free us from all that is holding us back. It is a matter of finding the way. You are reading this, which shows you are on the right path. Be proud of how far you have come. Forgive yourself and others. Understand challenges have happened in order to assist. You're in your awakening, and allow love to lead. Everything else will follow. Heart and sacral chakra are opening up and getting activated. But this is also speaking about root chakra, which means we are guided to stay grounded during this time. For some of you have been looking for answers, clarity, and perhaps trying to control a situation or outcome. This is not being dominant in your life, but about being responsibility. Step up for ourselves from our fears and start facing the 3 issues. You will soon harvesting all the hard work. You will get new ideas when it comes to your own biz here, and this will bring the successful and wealth in your life. You own business, be confident, you are the boss. Some of you might getting bored with the dynamics at work and wish to change the job. This suggests you can do this, but don't do it desperately. When it comes to financial, track down your cash flow so you're not wondering where your money went, and control your spending. Relationship. This connection is holding stability and harmony. Both of you want the same thing. Happy, healthy, long-lasting relationship. I heard the alpha is more likely the male here and able to lead the relationship very well. However, you do also need to learn something from your partner about balancing. We often mistake love to just be about the moments our heart feels full. We look at it like a birthday present, a good morning message, or a card that says, "I miss you." While these moments make the heart feel full to the brim, love is not just the overflowing emotion. It is what makes the cup full. It is what makes you feel the most like your real self. It is in days where you feel the good kind of tired after a workout, and do a skincare routine before catching 8 hours of sleep. It is in standing by the kitchen counter and taking extra minutes to make the perfect cup of coffee. It is in the lame joke you don't hold back when you're with someone who cares for you. It is in every moment you make yours by letting it allow you to be who you truly are. Love seemed easy while growing up because I knew nothing about love. As I watch people enter and exit my life, I get more convinced that someone else will always turn up. Surprisingly, failed relationships show hope for another. It's like how the ending of one story is the beginning of another, or when the sun departs, the sunset will turn up. We're immature growing up, so we accept any love that knocks on our door. Then eventually, we grow and start demanding so much out of love that it doesn't feel like love. Life was supposed to be complicated, and love was supposed to ease that complication. But it's easier for us to deal with life than love. We make mistakes about love as a kid cause we're naive. But we make bigger mistakes as we grow up. While we've so much on our shoulders, shouldn't holding someone's hand feel easy? As we get old, we need more love than ever, but the less we get. From the great bodies of water in this world we arose, we humans, more water than flesh, shaped from the bones of land, and caressed into form by the movements of our liquid mother, the ocean. We arose and came to the earth by way of water. While we wait to be born into this new lifetime, we are nurtured from conception by the waters before we emerge from our mothers and meet the land and the air. So it is to the water we turn when we must be reborn. When life stagnates, or when we fall into despair, we turn to the water to bless us and shape us, to hold us up when we cannot walk, to give us a dream between the dreams, to bring back to life our emotions, and to wash clean the soul wearing its cloak of despair. We ask for the blessing of the waters on our psyches, so our soul self can be free of heaviness and learn to move as water does through even the greatest of blocks of stone in the rivers. We ask for the blessings of water on our blood, so our inheritance comes to us untainted by the dark memories we sometimes dwell on, and we ask for the blessings of waters to let us release what we are burdened with through the intelligent tears, freeing us from a pent-up store of unfreed feelings. We ask for the blessing of waters on our relationships, so that the water moves through and cleanses our friendships and families and lovers from the resentments that humans sometimes fall prey to. And we ask for the blessings of water for ourselves. Oh, that like water we develop humility and know when to reshape our lives and flow into the best form for us now. May water smooth the sharp edges of your pain and give you ease in times when you are storm-swept and rain-dashed. May your intuition be fresh and flowing. May your feelings be clean and clear as water flowing over river rocks in the wilderness. May your emotions be as powerful as the wave of the ocean, as deep as the sea. May you accept the mysteries of your own depths. May you never thirst, and always be blessed by water. Blessed be. The alpaca spirit animal is all about living in the now and trying to fully enjoy today. What are you worried about which can wait for another day? Try not to focus on future distractions because it will only prevent you from enjoying today. A simple approach is best right now, especially if you do think yourself feeling triggered or overthinking. Strength reminds you that you have the resilience and courage to overcome any challenge thrown your way. However, it also reminds you that your ego may be telling you false fears or things you don't need to worry about. Perhaps you do feel scared about something, but your spirit guides want you to. Let your inner strength fuel you and feel the fear, but do it anyway, and have fun while you do. Be fearless and fun to make the most of today and perhaps even this week. And maybe I know why you avoid being in crowd. Why you choose to lay down on the bed while having a cup filled with tea up to the brim. I know you crave for that kind of peace that lies within the steam of hot tea, in the cool breeze which touches you every time it comes across you. It's okay to prefer being alone instead of being in the crowd. Not necessarily. Peace is to be found in clubs or pubs. Souls can find mild peace in that comfortable couch of their home. Cause I have been there, thus I am aware of to be a meanness that can be there in the throng. You know every other thing is okay, until it gives you contentment, brings forth happiness, fills you with joy, and pushes you for the better days. I mean, healing can be different for different people. Sometimes it can be just a cup of tea in a gloomy balcony, with no one around you. On other days it's just a comfortable pillow with you being wrapped around it. I don't know if you'll ever know how much you impacted me, how much of a difference you made, how much better I am now for just having known you. Even if we don't quite know each other now, when I think of you, I smile. There was so much more joy there than there was that little bit of pain at the end. I'm overcome with both happiness and hints or sadness that lingers like a faint perfume. because we will never quite know what could have been. Had it been but what we did know, at least for a moment or two, was what we were. And even if it was just a moment, it was one of those moments that left such an impact on me and my heart and everything about who I became. I wish I could say thank you, but every time I think about reaching out, I don't, because what I called love you called a lesson. And what I wrote a whole chapter about, you summarized in a sentence only to close the book. Maybe there will always be people that mean more to us than we did them. Maybe there was more I could have done, or something I could have done differently. Maybe, just maybe, our part in each other's stories aren't quite over yet, and all of this will make the kind of sense we can look back on with clarity and understanding. I am not who I used to be, nor do I want to be. I have evolved, and I'm loving this version of me. I make zero apologies for any aspect of me. I don't try to be less of who I am to be accepted or to fit in. I own it. I own who I am fully, regardless of how it's perceived. I don't compete for attention, and I am no pick-me girl. If my value isn't recognized, I don't try to prove it. I walk away instead. I am selective with my connections. If they're not a safe space, they are not for me. I don't keep frenemies around. They don't get to have access to me. I no longer make excuses for those who don't meet my standard. If the standard is not met, access is denied. I am committed to doing right by myself for myself. I've learned to say no when others ask too much of me. If I don't have the energetic capacity for it, it's a no. I don't bow to those who try to push my boundaries. That's icky. Don't do it. My no won't turn into a yes. Type amen if you agree.